But what's going on? How many people do we know that have got different issues these days? And it's an epidemic of issues. It'd be good to have some questions here as well. I'm more than happy to if we do some communicating, because there's something big happening and everyone's missing it, but it doesn't necessarily relate to everyone either, right? Now, we all think we're on a health kick, we do certain things, and we go, but I'm doing everything right. I mean, who thinks that? Most, yeah.
No, not me. I'm sorry.
Now there's the anomaly because, and that's why I said that first, because there are people that have genes that are not going to be the same as everyone else's genes. And we have differences of opinions according to our genes. And someone is definitely going to say to you, oh, yeah, but my auntie, I'm exaggerating, she's 155 and she smokes a pack of cigarettes a day and drinks a bottle of whiskey before she goes to bed, and she's still alive. That's an exaggeration, right? But have we heard those similar stories, not so exaggerated? Anyone?
Mhm.
Of
Yes.
course. It's everywhere. Now, what's the common denominator? What could be the common denominator? Is it
Vitamin C.
sorry?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C, Indy's saying.
Yeah, well, there is one thing, but
What about mindset?
mindset's a big one, yes. There's something else. There's a big one, which is what I've been researching for the last 12 months. And it is something that I think we're all missing. And the reason why we will continue to miss it is because we don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable and it's not social. What do we all like doing socially? Go out and we meet someone at a, finish the sentence.
At an event or a party?
Too many people drink alcohol, Alan.
Yeah, alcohol's one. But what is it that we go out and we do at a cafe? We're going to meet to have a meeting. We want to have a business meeting. We go and
Coffee.
Have a meal. Eat seed oil.
Eat. Just eat in general.
Eat too much.
Eating in general. Now, if you in your house you have beautiful furniture, you spent a lot of money on this furniture, and it's really good quality furniture, right? You're trying to now go through your front door and you want to get to the kitchen and you want to be able to access the bedroom and the bathroom. You can walk around your very nice furniture. If you've got a big enough house, you don't need to walk around it. You can walk straight to it. That's a balance. But now, what if you've got a bit of a, a bend on buying nice furniture? You just love nice furniture. You don't care how much you spend on that furniture because you've got plenty of money to spend on furniture because you allocate that money to furniture because that's what you love. So you go out and buy a new table. You go buy the most expensive, beautiful plush couch. What about one of those big reclining lounge chairs that has massage things all over it? You might buy three of them because you just like massage tables. And now you buy a big couch and a lovely TV. You buy three big TV. So what I'm getting at is, how do you get through the front door to get to your kitchen or to the bedroom or to the toilet if you've got all this extremely beautiful furniture in your house? Quality, it's quality furniture, right? So what's the analogy? I've got a problem. I've got too much furniture in my house. So I'm going to buy a different type of furniture now to fix the problem. I might buy an extra washing machine, might buy an extra refrigerator. I'm going to fix my clogged house by buying something different and much better quality. What's my analogy? Anyone following this analogy?
You're buying too much. You've got too much stuff.
Yes, we are using a diet to fix our problem. In other words, we're putting more supplements in and more quality food in and more of the best stuff in to fix a problem. So, what would be the easiest way to fix your house's problem? To be able to get back to the kitchen, the bathroom, the toilet, and the laundry.
To get rid of some of the stuff.
Rid of the furniture. Now, if you wanted to start again and redecorate your house, everything has to go. A whole lot out the door. And start with one or two quality bits of furniture, one table, one couch, a TV. Okay. And leave it at that. Then you can get around your house again. So we see lots of people trying to fix their issues by taking another supplement. Now, this is proof, absolute proof that what we are teaching people isn't to buy another product. When you go to a health specialist of any name, what's the first thing they're going to give you as you walk out the door?
A list of things to buy.
Yeah, another product. So they're giving you another piece of furniture to stick in your already blocked house. Now, tell me where the logic is of that.
Money for them.
Money for them, correct. They're making good quality income out of your misery, and they, bless them, they think they're doing right. But this is absolute proof that what we are doing in Young Living isn't trying to necessarily sell someone another product. Because I'm telling people a lot these days, less is better. And when you do take these little bottles of miracles, give them a helping hand by not buying more furniture. Because these things are like pressure cleaners that go into your house and they start hosing these things out the door. And some of those things, as you're hosing them out the door, are going to get stuck in the doorway. You can't get them out. So we want to give these the best chance we can. And the way I see that is, well, have you got your pens? Well, it's all recorded, but if you want to, I would write these names down. First off, what is glycosis? You've all probably heard that word.
How did we spell it, Ellen?
Glycosis, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Glycosis. That means that all of our arteries are starting to become pitted. They need something to stop them from their deterioration because they're deteriorating. And what is causing the deterioration? It's called a glucose spike. Every time your glucose spikes or your blood sugar spikes, insulin then goes into the body, you are losing minutes and hours off your life every time that spikes. Because there's every single disease in the world, pretty much bar none, and you'll agree with this, it's caused by inflammation. And inflammation happens through glucose spikes. You call them sugar spikes, insulin spikes, whatever the spike you want, glucagon spikes. Just someone will want to correct this and go, hang on a minute, no, that's not right. Doesn't matter what it is, you get the picture. Call it whatever you like. It means that there's more sugar in your blood than a teaspoon of sugar, which is all we have in our blood. So you put more than a teaspoon of sugar in your blood, your body's going to try and do something with it. And if your mitochondria can't burn it for energy, it's going to be stored as white fat. White fat has very few mitochondria. It doesn't burn very easily. The only way to make it burn is through a process called autophagy. And autophagy is when you're taking all of the furniture out of your house and getting it away from inside and goes outside. And the outside, you can then take them to sell them on marketplace or take whatever you don't want to the tip. And that's the liver. Outside the house is your liver. It needs to be cleaned. You've got to get rid of it. So there's so that's what glycosis is. And if you look at someone's artery, it's got glycosis happening, it will look like a piece of shriveled up. Have you seen those cabanossi sticks? That's what they would look like. All shriveled up, horrible looking red thing with all dimples all over it and half dehydrated. Now that's exaggerated with a smoker, but it's also exaggerated with the diabetic, type 1, type 2, type 3. Actually, I'll leave type 1 out of it at the moment. Definitely type 2 and type 3. That's what the artery starts to look like in the presence of high glucose spikes. And we're doing it all the time. Guess what spikes your blood sugar? Give me a list. Open your mics. Give me a list.
Carbohydrates.
Yeah, what carbohydrates? What sort? What would be a carbohydrate in the natural world without a manufacturer?
Oh,
Vegetables.
any type of fruit, really.
Anything that grows in the ground,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it will raise your blood sugars. Now, that's fine if we don't take any simple carbohydrates into our lives at all and we're not insulin resistant. If as soon as we become insulin resistant, that means we've had a whole life of eating too many carbohydrates. And on top of it, we have the beautiful fruit, which has been genetically modified, by the way, to create more sugar and be more juicy and more sweet. Nothing in Australia that we know of that you buy at a supermarket is natural to Australia. Doesn't exist. Now, that came to a shock to me that all of our fruits and vegetables, even all the stuff in our garden, we've got the most gorgeous fruit growing in our garden. They are all been modified to create a higher juice and higher sweetness. Now, again, if we don't have anything else that spikes our blood sugar, the bit of fruit we do have is not going to be a problem because it's also loaded with vitamin C, which is an anti-inflammatory because fruit is a pro-inflammatory. Okay. So these are the things that we're all doing, and it can be remedied easy by stopping the carbohydrates and giving your body a chance to move that viscera fat away from those organs to stop things like heart disease and diabetes and cancers and all that, and even common colds are a way to help the body clean the system. And absolutely, timing. Well, glad you brought up timing because if you're having a meal, as an example, you can have broccoli first, which are your veggies first. Then you have your protein like your fish, and you have avocado, olive oil with it. And then if you must eat pasta, you would eat pasta then. And at the last, you would then eat your sweets if you have to. So that's like a list of the way if we do have a meal, we should do it. And if you're over 40, and especially over 50, and you've got to be really anal over 60, especially if you're not running marathons, or I mean, there's always the exception to eating one meal a day. That gives your body 18 to 20 hours to bring back that glucose, take out the inflammation, and give our body a chance to rest internally. These are well researched. This is well researched information. Here's some names of some people. Dr. Pradip Gymnatis, he's a cardiovascular doctor. He's been cutting people open for 40 years. He's seen it all. And he's a good one to do some research with. PRADIP. and his last name's Jamnadas, Jamnadas. Okay. You got that one down? Here's another one for you. These are good. This is homework to research, and I would be watching and listening to this stuff as much as you possibly can because you're going to, not everyone's perfect, right? But there's a lot of amazing little gems you glean from these guys. These are the medical scientists and doctors that are a little bit outside the box, that are way ahead of their time. Here's another one, Dr. Boz. Her real name is Annette Bosworth. She talks about ketones and ketosis, which is another really interesting subject. These, I believe, if you listen and understand some of these principles, I guarantee you're going to live longer. And during this process of making ketosis start and getting autophagy going and getting mitophagy going, that's when you have these, because these can then supercharge during the times of your eating window. Otherwise, we're basically seems like having a shower with a raincoat on. We're spending all this money and we aren't giving our oils the best possible chance to help clean out the rubbish. What's what's the major cause of dementia these days?
Sugar.
Yeah, blood sugar spikes. It's called type 3. If you spike your blood sugar, you're losing life. It's like if you have a cigarette, you're losing so many minutes off your life every cigarette you have. And that's been known for years. Well, blood sugar is the same. Why are we torturing ourselves and not having time to spend time with our grandkids and as mum does her great grandkids? But like I said, there's anomalies. Remember,
Is there a way of reversing that, Ellen?
yeah, yes. Well, Gary used to say this, whenever you can, ever you can fog a mirror, you've got a chance. That means
Mm.
you got breath,
Mhm.
right? So yes, you can. And we are all playing a game of Russian roulette if we don't practice these principles. And the best principle is start off with a skipping a meal. And I'm not talking about 20-year-olds or 15-year-olds that are still growing and burning triglyceride, burning their triglycerides, creating ketones very easy, right? Well, I'm talking about us older ones, the ones that are not growing anymore. And we need to be pounding our bones on the pavement to strengthen our bones as we're getting older. You've got to do some sort of cardio. You've got to do some sort of resistance training to strengthen the bones because the bones are deteriorating. Once we reach the age of 30, I think it is, our bones are starting to disappear if we aren't actively putting pressure on them, one way or another. So the next one I want you to remember is Mindy Pels. Most of you probably heard of her. She wrote the book Fast Like a Girl. So to answer that question, okay, fasting, skipping a meal is you're on your way. Skipping 2 meals, try that. You're on your way again. Skipping 3 meals, fantastic. You can do a 24-hour fast. And then once you've mastered that, try and do 48 hours of just water. After 17 hours, mitophagy starts to kick in. Autophagy kicks in. And autophagy is taking the furniture that's in the house outside. That's cleaning inside the organelles, recycling what the body doesn't need. Mitophagy is the next stage where that little device inside, which is the furnace, which burns all your fuel, that little guy, it's thousands of them. Remember, not many in the white fat, because the white fat sits there around the viscera, which causes heart disease, causes stroke, causes diabetes, causes brain tumors, you name it. It's because if it's viscera around here, it's also fats up in the brain as well. Don't want it there. And this talk isn't about buying a product. Do you realize that? It's the opposite. This is what we need to be teaching people to skip meals, to stop putting furniture in the house, give the body a break. And when you have your supplements, You have them during the window, the eating window. If you choose, once you've done a 3 hour or 72-hour fast, which mitophagy starting, mitophagy when the mitochondria is replaced and you bring in new mitochondria. And the mitochondria is what causes chronic fatigue. If your body's not burning the sugars, turning them into ATP, and you're stopping the storage through triglycerides, you have to get to that stage. So the body's actually doing it a bit easier. Your weight will balance as well if you think you're overweight, or if you think you're underweight, your body will balance. So if someone says, "Oh, yeah, you're just trying to sell me something," can you see this is the opposite? We are not trying to sell anything at the moment. We're trying to get people healthy so they don't have those nasty surprises that happen, as we know happens, and it's terrible. We need to be the well, what do you call it? The example to the people around us.
So are you saying to do, like, for example, your glutathione bomb during the fast or only on those days when you eat?
When you start eating again, do it just before your meals, or wait a couple of hours after your meal and do all of those supplements during that time.
Oh, also, yeah.
Yeah, because when you're fasting, everything is actually happening already that those oils are going to be doing,
Right.
I'll talk to him.
right? So you don't need supplements while you're fasting because your body is the best doctor you've got. It's
Yeah.
only when you start putting the inflammatory process into the body, your body starts causing inflammation, right? And if you're inflamed, yes, then you need to be taking the supplements. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yep.
And I think we've been doing it. Maybe we've been doing it wrong. This is not a definite. None of this is definite. They're possibilities. They're things that we can try to help people. There's another one, Mindy Pelz. You got that one down? PELZ.
Yep.
There's another one I want you to look at. Robert Lustig, Lustig. He's a professor of pediatric endocrinology. Now, if you look up CEO, what is it? Oh, Diary of a CEO, Stephen. Okay. Look up Diary of a CEO. If you put those names in, he always is interviewing these people. You're going to glean the most incredible information that you've ever heard. There'll be little gems right through these talks. There's another one, Dr. George Eddie. I don't know how you pronounce that. EDE or Eddie is a Harvard trained psychiatrist, Dr. George EDE. And now there's another one. Has anyone read the book Dirty Genes by Dr. Ben Lynch? If you haven't, get it on audio if you can't read it. I hate reading, so I get everything on audio or I'll watch it on YouTube or something because I can't read books because this will ring constantly and I get interrupted or there's other things that need to happen. I don't get a quiet time. My only quiet time is at midnight when I like to practice the guitar. But during the day, there's always something breaking down or whatever, and I just sit down and read a book is totally impossible. So while I'm driving, while I'm working, while I'm mowing, while I'm doing something, I've got it plugged into my ears and I'm listening, I'm learning stuff. So Dr. Ben Lynch, he is very amazing. Dirty Genes. He talks a lot about the MTHFR gene, the methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase system that people are having issues with. 50% of the population have this gene. Okay, he's amazing to listen to some of his stuff. There's another one, Ben Bickman, How to Reverse Insulin Resistance. Have a look at that one.
It's Bickman.
Bickman, Ben Bickman. And he's on the CEO guy as well. Diary of a CEO, Diary of a CEO. How to reverse insulin resistance. There's so much there on insulin resistance. They talk also a lot about the sardine fast as well, a sardine diet, helping to bring on autophagy. So there's another. Have you ever heard of AGES? AGES? Heard of that one? That's called. You have. You just probably don't remember it. It's AGES stands for Advanced Glycation End Products. I'm sure you guys have come across that. Now that is the advanced glycation, glycosis, which is what I'm talking about. And it's actually got a nickname, AGES. So if you look up AGE apostrophe S and Google that, you'll find out a lot about that, about the inflammatory problem that's causing us. Another one is, well, what about PCOS? What causes PCOS? Polycystic ovarian syndrome. What causes that? What's the main cause of that? I always thought it was basically around endocrine disruptors. Yeah, part of it, but it spiked the blood sugars again. It's probably up to 80% PCOS is caused by spikes of the blood sugars brought on by carbohydrates. Now, I've been brought up to be a vegetarian. I've done 20 years of vegetarian when I was younger. I'm looking back now and also eating grains for breakfast. I find out now that is so wrong. It seems like they've done a real number on us, and I've spent my life doing the wrong things. Protein I was scared off about proteins 20 years ago. I thought we don't need much protein. Well, yeah, we do need protein. And it seems like eggs and sardines and animal products
Why have I just
goes against my beliefs as a young person. Seems to be helping more people these days than anything else. So insulin is another thing with insulin. It's impossible to lose weight
you need to plug in?
while your insulin is spiked. Impossible. It's not possible at all. If you're a type 1 diabetic and you don't take insulin, guess what? You get very skinny. As a type 1, they pump themselves with insulin. They become very fat. Interesting. When your insulin levels are high, you will not be able to take weight off. It is an impossibility.
There was a good doctor that I listened to a few years ago. His name was Dr. Jason Fung, F-U-N-G. I don't know if you've come across him.
He what?
He actually explains the whole fasting thing very, very well, like sort of like putting things in the freezer. You know, that's a little bit about like your furniture one, but
Yeah.
describes it like that. And he was really good.
How do you spell his name? F-U-N-G?
Yeah.
Dr. Jason Fung.
He's a Canadian. Mm.
Dr. Jason Fung, and he talks about fasting. There it is, fasting. Good. That's another one to add to my learning list. I'm always looking at new stuff to try and understand, to glean whatever I can from as many angles as I possibly can, because I do believe we've missed a lot of stuff as we've been thinking we're doing the right things. So that's it for tonight. How's my time? Oh, yes, what?
So you've said a suggestion for prepping the body or getting used to fasting is to, if you normally wait 4 hours between a meal, try and do 5 hours or 6 hours, right? Or skip a meal initially. So we've just said breakfast is probably the better meal to skip. And evening is probably better to have it as early as possible, right? So that you've got that window. And then once you've done that, then you can say, okay, I'm going to take 24 hours this time and see how it goes.
Can you hear this?
You do it again.
Yeah.
So you extend your ability to do this.
Linda's talking first.
talking with
Talk louder.
people, when you're talking with people and helping people who have got challenges, because they can't do a 3-day fast or whatever it might be, right? Because they feel like their throat's cut off. But introducing that is a really good way of doing it, right? And then it's not about not having these supplements, because we know the value of Mincered, we know the value of Digest and Cleanse. I know the value for my gut with that, right? And so forth. So I think the best thing when people are not well is to stop eating, and then they can start introducing these supplements at a later time. But the initial thing has to be stop, because that's what animals do, don't they? When they're sick, what does an animal do?
Fast.
Stops eating, it fasts, right? Because it knows the body needs to use all that energy to help with the healing. So getting people to do their fast, but then saying, like, slightly, let's introduce our nutrition, let's introduce our minerals, whatever, during those fasting windows. At least that way they're going to get more benefit out of their
A bigger bang for your buck. Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of
Alan,
Yeah.
Indy's got a question or a statement.
I want to talk to you about the vitamin C. It produces interferon in your body, which is the anti-cancer drug,
Yeah, that's correct.
which is the most interesting thing that I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
The other thing I've just discovered is molasses is really, really high in vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
It cures problems that nothing else will cure. I thought that was very, very interesting.
According to a book you've read.
No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of benefit in molasses. The thing is, if we're again putting something else in to help purify, we're also taking something. We're putting more furniture in the house. Most of us are in the situation that we need to clean it out, and once we clean it out, then those molasses and those supplements and minerals are absolutely of a huge benefit, because we're putting good furniture back in the house and not blocking us up.
Did you know the World Health Organization have banned molasses?
Well, I didn't know, but I can understand that's possible.
But you can still buy it, so that's
It's
not
difficult
true.
to get down here.
sell it
That's
at
all
the
I
shop.
wanted to say, Alan. I'll catch you later.
Thanks, Indy. Uh,
I've been watching Tom Walshin. Do you know him?
no.
Well, it's a wonder you don't, because he's into Young Living. He's into colour, and he talks about Stanley Burroughs, the lemonade fast.
Tom Walshing. I'll
TOM, and
yeah.
he's into colour. These coloured lights I've got.
Last name?
Walshin,
Wallishan.
Woloshyn.
That's it.
WOLOSHYN.
No, hang on. WOLOSHYN.
Oh, that's the front, is it? Yeah. Woloshyn. WOLOSHYN. Yeah, he talks about the Master Cleanse book, and he talks about the importance of colour as well, and what that does, which is quite interesting.
That's another fascinating subject which we tackled when we were over in Western Australia, and it has a lot to do with the short and the long waves of the early sunshine that comes up over the horizon.
And at the moment, he's doing a daily talk on colour and the different colours. So my lights have got, I'll show you if I can pull it.
With colour, it doesn't block our house. Same as frequencies don't block our house.
So he has these little things, and you're sitting in the whichever way around, and then. But what I found interesting is he's talking about mixing and matching them, putting different colours together to get different colours of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Alan, to give you a bit of background on him, he's a student of Stanley Burroughs. It's actually a roundabout way that's the story I was telling you about. Stanley Burroughs wrote a book in the 1930s who he's very much about colour therapy. And then Tom Wallishan actually went and studied under Stanley before he died. I import those light lamps from Tom. because of how important they are. But he's got all his work from Stanley, but obviously he's had thousands of clients now because he's done that work. But yeah, that he's you can go and Google Stanley Burrows' work. He's amazing too.
Yeah, well, he's Gary had a lot of info from him in the desk references. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, that's right. This is the crazy full circle is that I was doing all that work and then I realized that that was Tom Wallachin was talking about
Mm.
Young Living oils.
Mm, mm.
And Linda, if you
You're muted, Alan. Oh,
I'm just muting me so Linda can mute.
I was also going to say that Mary Kate made a really significant point too, in that she said also to stay well, we need to love each other. And because you don't know the last time you're going to see someone. So it's always important to have that. The way I interpret that too is that the emotional health too, right? Because when we're happy, when we're positive about things, it's going to make a big difference to our health because just our thoughts can muck up everything. We could be fasting, we could be using only organic food. We could be only doing the intermittent window or whatever. But if our emotional state is screwed up, if we are constantly being negative about people or things, then that's going to undo any good that we do, right?
mm.
Yeah, so sleep and sunshine and
Yes.
things are so
The
All
eight
those
laws of health.
basic 8 laws of
holistic.
health, I think we did those at one of the meetings. Those 8 laws: the sunshine, the sleep, the good, water, trust in the divine power, whatever gives you that positiveness, that's super important. I'll mute myself now.
Okay, and I'll unmute myself. Yeah, thanks, darling. Okay, so I don't know, is there any aha moments or have you already come across all of this stuff before or
I know a bit about it, and I've been probably down to 2 meals a day. And when I'm home, I don't eat breakfast till 10 or 11 or something like that. So starting.
yeah, I think it's a good practice. I mean, I start eating at about 2 o'clock and finish by about 5 and have a bit of something very light, maybe at latest. Like tonight, I had a couple of oranges at 6 o'clock, and that was it, straight off our tree. So
Mm.
I'm trying to do that as much as I can now, and I do feel good. And I walk up the mountain a couple of times a week, and that's 2 kilometers up and then back, and it's a steep hill like this. So you puck it out all the way up, which is good. It's good cardio that.
Um, who's the Young Living doctor, the one that nearly went blind? His thing is half an hour exercise a day.
Is,
Oh, didn't know him, Dr. Ollie, is he?
oh yes, yeah. I was with Dr. Ollie on the last cruise. We walked up a mountain together, and he had to stop at the almost at the top, and I kept going. And
Yes.
yeah, he's had some horrific heart issues, poor fella.
Mm, mm,
Terrible, terrible.
mm.
But he's still kicking.
Yep, he's pulled through. He nearly went blind, didn't he?
Mary Kate's got a good point about
Okay.
displaying Chinese medicine.
Oh, I can't remember if he about the blindness, but I remember about the
Yeah,
heart.
he nearly went blind. He went blind. I don't know that he went blind, but he was
He's
going
not blind now. He's
because he used to wear a patch over his eye. He had
oh,
something
that's right.
serious.
That's right. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did the patch when he was on the cruise.
Yeah, he was
Did he? Oh,
on my Mediterranean cruise.
Linda said he did have a patch on the cruise. I didn't notice. I didn't
Oh,
notice.
not yeah. No, I remember seeing him come on videos of doing
And he's
it.
only my age. Or is that
Is
yeah,
he?
I think no, he's a few years older.
Mm.
69, I think he said.
Oh well,
Okay, yeah, a couple of years older.
he's the same age as me then.
Yeah, okay, you're doing well.
I'll be 70 in a month.
How are the comments? Mary
Wow,
Kate
wow.
said Mary
Oh.
had to share what she knows about the spleen and converting.
No, hang on, I'll mute you. You say what you're saying.
Oh, Mary,
Oh, put Mary Kate on. Okay, Mary Kate. Hey, will I turn the recording off or or keep it going? Okay.
What's the question? Or is it, yeah, I want to know about the spleen.
Yeah, Bernadetta.
Okay, so this is a tricky one because when you fast, so I did a lot of fasting a long time ago, and I'd get up, I did 24 hours a day for 2 years straight, 24 hours a week, 2 years straight. But then what was happening, so I'd do a short hour, 4 hour window every day, and then on the Friday I wouldn't eat at all. And then it's about 10 years ago, and then I got really depleted with energy. So you would think that you wouldn't because you'd been doing so much fasting. But I'd fast up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I eat like sometimes just in 2 hours. And then anyway, so just a bit of background because depending on your constitution and what else is going on and your mineral balance, you might be over exerting and stressing your system. So if you go through a fast and your body's not ready for it and your mind's not ready for it, it can also, or you're just doing it too much, like too long, for too long, too many years, and not fueling in that window with really nutritious food, then you are putting your body through a systemic inflammation anyway, because that's a stress. So any stress is cortisol and inflammation. So if that is too stressful for you, you can be depleting yourself of energy. So that brings me to, if you feel that that is you and you're always crashing and you don't feel like you have the energy, and even the thought of fasting might be overwhelming, you may want to consider that the spleen is at its peak between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And the spleen, it's not talked about in Western medicine, but in Chinese medicine, the spleen converts your nutrients that you have consumed 24 hours prior in that time into energy, into chi.
Oh, convert. Okay. Yes.
Converts.
Convert.
So chi, prana, whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
Nasal breathing will also bring in more prana into the body, but the the spleen, like if you're feeling like that, just I would advise or suggest, I shouldn't advise anything, suggest maybe start your eating window from 9 to, say, if you're going to do 4 hours, 9 to whatever, 1 or whatever. What is that, even 4 hours? I don't know. And then not eat. But I do like, it's easy to get up and not eat, and then you just get up, carry on with the day. Like today I ate at 3 o'clock, but I have been eating throughout the week normally. But just be aware of that. That's all. Because for some people, they really want to support their spleen, and the spleen is interrelated or interconnected with the heart because it's the opposite end of the Chinese clock. So you want to be aware of that. And maybe just for you, it's like break your fast at 9 or break your fast at 10, and then support your spleen. That's all.
See what a difference. See if it makes any difference at least.
Yeah, like some people are going through a lot of fasting that are actually stressing the body. Not everyone, but a naturopath a bit cautious about fasting.
What would be a sign or a symptom, say, of stressing the body? You know, like for example, if that was, would you just get tired, and because you're, at 9 o'clock, for example, when the spleen needs that energy and you didn't give it enough, is that the thing that would be the giveaway?
Yeah, like if the other giveaway of the body being stressed is that you feel fantastic on a fast. Like really, some people feel really fantastic on a fast. It's your body, just like exercise. If you exercise, sorry, I can stop, Alan, but if you exercise too much, your body sends out a signal saying, like, it feels good. It makes you feel good, but it's just your body going, you just went crazy and I need to make you feel okay because you've just stressed out the body. That's also a sign. Does that make any sense? Like people who do marathon runs or they go for 2 hours at the gym, which used to be me. I felt fantastic, but I was just depleting all my minerals and causing systemic stress. So just be cautious. I'd suggest that those who haven't fasted to just make that your fasting window. That's all.
Yeah. Hey, Mary Kate. I was just thinking too, because I've had a really upset tummy. It happened after I picked up a bit of a flu and I felt like nothing was digesting. So I've actually started doing just a water fast and I'm coming up to finishing my third day on it. But I'm not feeling hungry at all, which normally, okay, I'm not starving and I don't have these attacks where, oh, I've got to have food. But for some reason this time I've got no desire to have to eat at all. Is that because my body's kicking into a go, yep, I want this, or
Sometimes your metabolism has actually slowed down, and that feeling is um, it, it's actually a really healthy feeling, a healthy response to feel hungry at some point. If
mm,
you're not feeling hungry, your body might be in like a survival slow metabolism. So in actual
yeah.
fact, my suggestion is, do you feel, try warm water with a little bit of lemon juice or a little bit of Young Living essential oil lemon and see if after 20 minutes you feel hungry.
Oh, well, I've been drinking warm water and stuff
Ah,
like that, and I've been having digest and cleanse even on the fast because the oils don't really leave a residue.
yeah.
But I just haven't felt like it. I'm being really surprised this time that I'm actually not feeling at all
Y- Alan would
hungry.
have, you guys test for ketosis, right? You got strips to test for that?
No, well,
Oh,
we did, can't
I
find them.
bought, I had some, and I went and looked for them again, and they've disappeared. There's
because
somewhere
if
in
you,
there. I've got no idea.
okay.
So I've been meaning to buy another
Get some because
Yeah.
if
I
you're in
want
ketosis,
some.
that might be a good thing, and that's why you're not. But otherwise, your body might be not in a good metabolism state,
Yeah, well, for
metabolic
me
state.
though, I don't think it is because we bought this device that you can, stand on, the Hume one, and Alan's biological age is like 49. Mine's 55, but my metabolism was at 73 as a 73-year-old. So I don't know if that's because of the impact that I've had for this bug or whatever it is, but I thought coupled with that and not feeling, I said, Alan, one day I kind of thought my tummy felt like it was rumbling, but it wasn't really, and my desire's not there for it. But I am going to start eating. But for me, I stopped because I thought I just need to rest my stomach, rest my digestion, because clearly there's something bothering it. But I've been taking 3 times a day, taking the digest and cleanse. And the first day I kept burping it up, but now I'm not, which means it's started to fix up something with the hydrochloric acid anyway. And tonight, I probably thought, oh, I'm feeling like I could have something. It was the first time I thought, oh, I'm watching Alan eating the oranges, going, I could have something. But then, no, I don't. I'm not actually hungry to have them. It was more the mental hunger. But I mean, tomorrow I'll start eating again because I can see that my gut, according to the digestive stuff, is back to normal again now. So I'll be interested to see when I get back on that scale on Sunday what it says. And I'm not 73 years old in my metabolic digestive state.
That's awesome. Can I mention one more thing, Alan? Um, uh, there's a saying in Japan. Actually, it's funny because Sam mentioned it at the conference. I was like, yeah, cool. Haribichi bu in Japanese means eat to 80% full. And I think it's really key in your eating window to mention that your stomach's like that big. Like that. So if you go, oh, my eating window's 5 hours, I'm just going to pack in as much food as you want. You're just becoming sluggish again. You want to eat because you reminded me, Linda, like you just want to eat a little bit and then let that, and because of everything that Alan's just said, you just want to then let that actually absorb because your hydrochloric acid's built up when you're fasted.
Mm.
So then you're ready to digest that. But don't complicate it and throw all the furniture back in the house.
Yeah, yeah. There is so many different ways of looking at this, isn't there? And at the end of the day, we're all stabbing in the dark and just hoping that our information and knowledge we're learning is doing the best for us. As it is difficult. And I mean, yeah, you're right. The spleen's the most sensitive organ in the whole entire body. It's whenever we're fasting, all that dead, dying cells that the body's recycling goes directly to the spleen. The spleen during a fast can absolutely get overloaded. And when people have an accident, a car accident, what's the first organ that gets ruptured? The spleen, because it's in the fight and flight mode at that stage. Your body's exercised the FOXO3 gene. Research that one, by the way. And that's allowing you to stay alive. And there's a lot of those cells are being turned over during that time straight into the spleen. It cops it. As soon as you put stress, it goes straight to the spleen. Well, a lot of naturopaths think you need to be cautious of fasting. But the thing is, all of the research I've done, no one's ever been harmed by doing a 3-day fast. Okay, 10 days, 30
Indy
days,
fasted
yeah.
3 days and he threw his glasses away years ago. He used to wear glasses.
Yeah,
3
well,
days.
it actually cleans the fluid in your eyes when you fast. Your eyes do become clearer during a fast. There's so many benefits to it. But yeah, you can go overboard, that's for sure, as Mary Kate was saying. But this is for people that are over 50 and 60. They are the ones that need this more than ever. And it's not something you do all the time. You don't just keep taking furniture out of your house because you end up with nothing. That doesn't make sense either. You take the furniture out, clean it up, bring just the minimal back in, and that's it. So that might be a 1 month window, it might be a 6 month window. So you can't just keep fasting. That doesn't make sense either. So yeah, there's an overbalancing of that also, but you're doing it for a purpose, and that is to clean up, clean the plaque out of the brain. If you get your body into ketosis, even the brain plaque gets removed. You don't end up with dementia. Dementia is plaque in the brain. Your brain never takes the rubbish out. It just stays in there. Some people go through their whole entire lives, never ever have become have ketosis happen in their body. Never, because they're always snacking, they're always eating something. Body never gets there. Ketosis strips. Well, some chemists have them, but they're pretty hard to find sometimes. Chemists don't sort of have a lot of them. Online, I suppose. Yes, it's how Elvis died. What was that, Mary Kay? How's Elvis died? I eaten too much.
I just wrote in the comments that a lot of people, like a lot of people have about 4 to 6 kilos of undigested feces in their colon.
Yeah.
And when they do a cleanse, like my cleanse, they get rid of, like, they lose kilos and kilos, and it's not just losing the fluid because you've stopped eating carbohydrates, but like if you've gotten rid of all that feces. And Linda went, wow, that's huge. And then I went, yeah, that's how Elvis died, because of constipation, of not moving the crap out of him.
Taking the rubbish out.
Yeah. Anyway.
And it happens in the brain too, which is what causes dementia. So look, hope that's helped. Hope that's been a help for everybody.